Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned.
Here we are.
Got the coach today?
You got the vet.
All right, so we're going to do something different. We're going to stay out of politics. We're going to stay out of sports. And we've had some people ask us, hey, who are you guys?
Who are we?
I don't know who we are.
I really don't either. I guess we're trying to find out who we really are.
We're just a couple of guys sitting behind a microphone having fun.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to start out. Coach, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, my name is John Brent, and I'm from Pittsburgh, Texas. That's actually where we met.
Yes.
About, I don't even know, back at the old Nazarene church days.
Yeah.
Since then, I've been in the business world. I was for a number of years, and I decided to go to college late in life, got saved, and went to Baptist Seminary and got a bachelor's in religion, a master's in religion and historical studies from the Baptist Missionary Association Theological Seminary. Say it real fast.
Wow, I can't say that.
Okay, or BMAT.
BMAT.
Yes, I've got kids, and they absolutely break me. I have a beautiful wife, Linda, which is a Yankee. Let me say it again. I married a Yankee. She has no idea. When I told her the funny thing about the paste pecani sauce, get a rope, she had no idea what I was talking about.
No way.
She had no idea.
No
and I was
way.
like, almost at that point in time, said, give me the ring. Give me back the ring. Now I'm a head football coach at King's Christian Academy, and I teach history, economics, government, and principles of law at the local prison, one of the local prisons, to about 85 inmates last semester. Looks like we're going to have about that same amount coming up if they let us back in. But really just love the country, love people, and want to have this conversation and want to get more and more people involved in this. We're going to do interviews, hopefully.
Yes, interviews.
And so some of you that might want to be interviewed, some that we might know, let us know. But tell me about you, sir, the vet.
The vet.
That means something, the vet.
Yes. So I'm just a small town boy, raised in Pittsburgh, Texas. Yeah, I like the song. I like the song. And we met in the Nazarene church. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Went to church camp and played ball together and did some
Absolutely.
fishing.
Yeah.
And been apart from each other a long time, and we just kind of reconnected. But I went to school for a little bit out of high school. I went to a little community college and started turning a wrench because my dad told me either you go to college or you got to move out of the house. And I'm like, well, I'm going to college then. And so I learned to be a mechanic, and then I joined the Army. Spent 31 beautiful, illustrious years in the Army. Had fun. Been all over the world. Been to countless deployments. Met my wife in the Army. My wife's actually from Germany.
Wow.
Yes, so she's from Germany, came to America as an exchange student, and and you will often hear me refer to her as my Jenny.
My
And
Jenny.
my
Is
Jenny
it like
off-
Jenny or Jenny?
Jenny off of Forrest Gump. And
Wow.
she from Germany came to America as an exchange student, joined the Army, and that's how we met. And we've been married over 20-something years now.
Wow. So I have to ask, because for someone that's lived in Texas their whole life, one time I moved to Arizona for a few months. What's your favorite place that you've lived outside of Pittsburgh, Texas?
Germany, hands down.
Germany.
Germany's been so. You hear some soldiers say, "I didn't like this place. I didn't like this place." Every place has been good to me.
Wow.
To be honest, we really like Germany. We really like Kansas. Kansas was a lot of fun, a lot of outdoorsmanship.
Never would have thought.
And
Kansas.
so I did what any good soldier would do. I'd use taxpayer dollars to pay for my degrees, and so I finished my global business and public policy with a minor in human resource management through the University of Maryland University College. That online stuff that you have to do twice hard work. So, and then I went and I said, you know what? The Army's paying for me to have a master's. I am going to do a master's, and actually downstairs in my last job, I sat above the historical department for the Tank Automotive Armaments Command, and I got a American Military History master's.
American military history.
Yeah.
Now that's something we got to dive into at the time. Well, thank you for your service, for sure.
Thank you.
So, one of the things that I have to ask is everybody that knows Ian, and there's a lot of people that know both of us that know Ian, have seen the car. So tell me what. Okay, now we're from Pittsburgh, Texas. Carroll Shelby has a little bit of a connection there.
Yes.
So what's the deal with the car?
So when I was 16 years old, I fell in love with the Shelby Cobra. This is kind of the crazy part. I did not know Carroll Shelby built the Cobra when I was 16.
Huh.
And that year I found out. And I fell in love with the car. I said, it's the most gorgeous car ever. And I said, one day I'm going to build me one of them. And back then they used to have these magazines called kit car magazines. And I'd buy it just so I could look at the front cover of a Cobra on there. And I said, one day I'm going to build it. And I was in Afghanistan, and at night I would stay up, and I had if you ever invest, the best advice I could ever give you is find a group of people who know how to invest with you, and they will push you further than you ever imagined. And I found some people that this one was good on certain commodities, this one's good on certain commodities, I was good on the energy commodities, and we just kind of really pushed each other forward. And I had made some great investments. It was right at the year of the Obama Romney election, so the market had to go up after the election was over with. It was being held down a little bit, and I made a killing. And I turned to the wife and I said, when I came out of Afghanistan, I said, I can take the boys on an Africa safari hunting trip, or we can build that Cobra that we went to the kit car factory. And she goes, too bad you didn't do all the logistics on this, or I would tell you to build the Cobra while you're young so you could enjoy it. And I'm a logistician. And I'm like, that's already done.
Wow.
So I just needed the blessing, and that's what I did.
Well,
so.
you got it. That's a great story. So I'm a coach. We're about to start the year, and we're going to go in. We do have a episode coming up about COVID-19 in sports, so I won't get too much into that. But the Knights had their first King's Christian Academy Knights had their first Meet the Parents last night. We start practice on Monday, so football's rolling back again. You're going to get fired up. And Friday Night Lights.
Man, so the question I got for you, Coach, is prior to this year, we're going to push the COVID behind us right now. Prior to this year, what's been the biggest challenge as a coach for you?
The biggest challenge as a coach to me is realizing that everyone has to be, the rules have to be the same for everyone, but you have to treat them differently based on who they are.
Okay.
Because if I yell and scream at one kid, he's just our coach and he's going in and he's fired up, and I yell and scream at another one, he could walk off, yell and scream at another one, he'll start crying.
So that's just like the Army. How you motivate everybody, you just can't come out and blanket everybody like a drill sergeant.
Exactly.
If you have a squad or something, it was, hey, I know this guy gets motivated when I yell at him. This guy gets motivated when I sugarcoat it. You know.
There you go. Oh, and something you said about your investments earlier, one thing it made me think of, and sometimes we'll give some advice. You are the sum total of the 5 closest people in your life. I was told that one time, and I had to go, oh my gosh, those 2 friends got to get out of my life. Or maybe I was the friend that needed to get out of somebody else's life. But remember that you're the sum total of the 5 closest people in your life. So get around some good people.
Yes.
This is a good guy, the vet. Let's do this.
Now, we're going to have fun. So I hope you learned a little bit about us. And I will say that knowing each other, we've both been at the bottom and kind of worked our way up. And that's just part of life. Next day is going to be a better day.
Life is difficult. Don't forget it.
So if you have any questions about us, and I've already heard some already that I need to get a haircut or something like that.
Dude,
I don't know what that's about. But anyway, you got any questions for us, shoot them at us. We're all for that, especially like on the Spotify, the Facebook, which is Coach and Vet, and also YouTube. We want to see it and we want to hear it.
Subscribe, ask a question, give a comment, tell us that this dude needs a haircut, change a hat, something. I don't know.
Well, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Stay tuned.